Welcome to What the Fit, a podcast about what it means to be fit, whatever the fuck that means. We have a special guest today. Welcome, Delora Carlson.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm so good. Host of reCappin podcast.
Yes.
Which I was just on. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us.
No, it was so fun. I love pop culture podcasts.
Yes.
Like, they're my favorite genre of podcast to listen to.
Yes.
Even like outside of like a health and wellness thing, because it can just be such a nice escape.
Very much so. I mean, it's needed.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
We are well-rounded people and yes, we're very much involved in the news, but we love talking about fashion and movies and music and TV. We love all those things.
Yeah. And I will say, you guys are serious about it though.
We are.
Which is obviously so good. You have a podcast dedicated to pop culture. And it makes sense. You guys know the deep cuts. So even in our regular conversation that we had when I recorded with you, you guys would throw in oh, it's like this. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. I mean, but the way that you're able to pull out the reference and relate it to something else, that's when you know, you got a good pop culture podcast.
Thank you so much for saying that. It tickles me. But that's what I love out of a good pop culture podcast. I grew up on The Read, which is one of the, forefathers.
Yep.
That podcast in particular got me really invested. And the thing that I love about Kid Fury and Crystal is that they would literally come out of nowhere with a 90s random reference, and I'm I feel seen.
Yeah.
As a millennial, I feel seen, and I love this.
Have you always been, because it's not even to me that you're into pop culture, you know it.
Yeah.
You know, you are a scholar, a study. I'm serious.
Astute.
Yeah, I'm serious. That's how I felt listening to you guys. And when I've listened to other episodes, I'm oh, they just know their shit.
Yeah. So I take that to be such a compliment, by the way. So thank you for saying that.
Yes.
So for me, it's a family thing. My parents, I've grown to love pop culture through my parents. We would, again, millennial, we would go to Blockbuster on a Friday. My parents would pick out their movies, the kids would pick out their movies. Yep. Then we would go home, have Pizza Hut pizza.
Exactly. Exactly.
Do we all have the same childhood?
Yes, yes, we did.
And yeah, it was just always so much fun. And it was so funny because growing up, my parents are actually quite strict, in the music and things that we watch or listen to.
That you were allowed to consume. Yeah.
And so I didn't get a chance to really submerge into that, but they let me watch Braveheart at 8.
My grandpa took me as the oldest child and all of my younger siblings to see Titanic when it came out.
Yeah.
In 1997?
Something like that.
So I
saw it in theaters as well.
I was 9. That means my brother was 7, 5, and 3.
Core memories, right? Core memories. And again,
he thought it was going to be educational. I'm not kidding. That's why he took us.
I love that.
Yeah. Little you know, we got titties on the screen.
Exactly.
We got people dying. We're
wait, was he the type to cover your eyes?
I think that honestly, he was probably so shocked of it that he couldn't even
couldn't
register.
Think about it. Oh my gosh.
We got home and he was yeah, I took the see Titanic. My mom and my aunt are you did what?
Oh my goodness. I remember one time my dad took my sister and I to see Red Dragon, which is a prequel to Silence of the Lamb.
I was gonna say my grandma, we Silence of the Lambs somehow got rented at the house, and the video was there, and she found out. My grandpa must have got it or something, and she found out, and she was this movie can't be in my home. That's what that.
I mean, dark stuff.
We were young, yeah.
But it was so funny because again, I feel I was able to develop taste.
Yeah.
Just because I would watch the kids stuff too, of course.
Right.
But being able to be exposed to different things.
We grew up so fast.
I know, so quickly. And then award season would come by, and I would have my opinions. And what's really great about me and Ashley's relationship is we have similar backgrounds in that regard. Mm-hmm. And so we met actually in grad school, and we were both getting our masters, and we just gravitated towards each other because, I mean, Black girls in the, in the same class.
Yeah. What were you getting your master's in?
Masters of, what is my master's? I have a MSA, a Master's of Science and Administration.
Got you.
And I focus in leadership.
Yep.
And so she has an MSA too, but her focus is in like something else. Similar to an MBA, but I didn't want to take econ.
I don't blame you. I remember econ. I remember just econ, like 101, whatever it was.
Yeah. But here's the deal, back to that too, is like, I appreciate it now more outside of school than when I was like in it, but
yes,
get out.
Totally.
And so one of the things that like our friends would say about us is we would just go back and forth lightning round talking about like, did you see that? Did you hear about that? And whatever. And, she was in media at the time, and she was like, we should do a podcast. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And then after that, like 2-3 years go by.
Sometimes it's got to marinate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you really have to like have it just really settle in until you're like, okay,
I agree.
This is happening. People who are serious about it, I think.
No, that's true too, because it's like, again, being a fan of podcasts, you after a while you're like, I could do this, right?
Yeah.
But to your point, you do have to wrap your head around it. And sure enough, the podcast came to be during the pandemic. We call it our pandemic baby.
Yes. Yeah.
And we've been doing it ever since. And even then, though, it's so funny because like our early episodes were so long, and we were so nervous, especially in the very beginning. It's so funny listening back, but we also were so passionate about it. And I think I feel seasoned, but it'll be 6 years this year in October.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, that's huge. Like, we were talking about, my 8 year that just came up.
Yes.
And
congratulations.
Like, thank you. And it's like, as independent podcasters, right? Like you have a full-time job. Ashley, your co-host, has a full-time job and a family.
Yes.
And, all of these other things that everyone does. And it's like, people understand, like, this is every week.
Yes.
And this is content that is, an hour more. And for you have 2 episodes a week. So this is hours of content on top of everything, and just the commitment alone to like keep going.
Yeah.
Like, it's great.
We always said that it was like our podcasting is a marathon.
Yeah.
That's how we've always approached it. And like for us in this journey, we just wanted to get our content up.
Yeah.
And we've been able to do that. We have over 400
yes.
episodes, which is
That's
insane.
Crazy. That's crazy.
But we're so proud of it. And what I love about podcasting is I feel like there's so much more we can do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
and the freedom to do, and talk about whatever it is that tickles your fancy.
Absolutely.
And that other people can connect with, which is great.
Yes. And that's what that's what also keeps us motivated, because we like to think of ourselves as like your pop culture BFF, right? Like if you watch something and you're like, WTF, what just happened? It's like, you can listen to us and you can say that absolutely is how I felt about that. Or again, one of the best compliments for me is when people are like listening to our episodes and they're like talking with us. They're not there, and I'm like, yes, because it's a conversation.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a conversation that we as podcast hosts don't like get to hear or participate or know about.
Yeah.
But on the other end, the consumer is there doing that, which is cool. So talk about your formatting. So you have 2 episodes a week.
Yes.
Like, what do those look like?
Yes, 2 episodes a week. So on Tuesday we have the recap, which is we'll take a movie or a TV show and we dissect it, we break it down, we talk about like the actors' performances, the story, and just how we felt about it, along the way. And then on Thursday we have headlines and hot topics, where we talk about the current events, things that are going on in pop culture streets, like Ashley always likes to say. We also do this other segment, and we don't do it as often. We do In Conversations, where we talk to people in the industry. So we've had the opportunity to talk to actors, producers, publicists, and just get their directors, tons of directors. Shout out to we've been sponsors of the Dayton Black Women Film Festival. And we get a chance to talk to like all these phenomenally talented Black directors.
Really cool.
But yeah, it's that's our podcast.
I have to ask, so I do kind of a very condensed version. Once a month I have a friend that comes on, and we talk about a book club that's not about a book, it's about a TV show.
Love it.
And so we'll have like a whole month of, in between. It's not kind of very regular. But I'm interested to hear, like, how do you prep for those episodes? Like, are you taking notes in your phone while you're watching? Are you just making kind of mental? Like, what's your process?
Oh, okay. That's a great question. Ashley and I, because we are like corporate girlies and former, like, we went to all the classes, all the school. We do like take real notes.
I do. I just finished Tell Me Lies. I don't know if you watched that.
No.
Don't bother.
Okay.
But I was like watching it when I got home from work one night. So this is like 3:30 in the morning. And it was like the finale. And I knew I was like needed to get my thoughts down because I wanted to send it to a friend. So I literally took notes on the note app, and the next morning just shared the note. I'm like, here's what I think.
So we take notes. It's like, what I love about our podcast is, like, honestly, I would be doing these things anyway. So like, I'm sitting here watching the show, I'm looking up the actor, I'm looking at past projects, future projects, who they're in relationship with. Like, I'm looking up the director, the writer, and then what out of that story speaks to you, what like, especially I'm a romance girly. I love a good romance moment. And so, like, is there like a you complete me moment or something like that? And would love to, extract that and talk about that on the podcast. We love to do it's so funny because Ashley and I have different tastes, but we do come together.
Well, that's also the mark of a good pop culture podcast, when you have two hosts that don't always see eye to eye. Because you want to get some different perspectives. And so she loves the true crime moment. Like, I do too, but I love a romance moment too. So
and then for me it's a romance, and she doesn't do horror, but like I had to like, we're doing Sinners, okay? Like, we're doing...
that was such a good movie.
It's actually one of my favorite movies. It's both of our actual favorite movies of 2025, for sure.
I agree. I'm a big horror girly.
Wasn't
always like that, though. I had to, like, kind of once I feel like I got my nervous system settled. Then I
regulate nervous system.
Then I could do it, but God, I couldn't for years. I'm not kidding. It was just too much. I was like, why would I want to scare myself? It's scary enough out in the world. But now I can do it.
My father and my sister are avid horror film watchers. For me, when it comes to horror and mystery, so me and my husband, we figure things out very quickly. And so, like, I like to be surprised. I like to be, like, gagged. Like, let me, like, not see something coming. And the other thing with a horror film, I'm like, I need a really good, like, ancient backstory. Like, what, the house is haunted. Okay, what happened there? Like,
we need the lore. You need the lore accompanied with the blood and guts.
Correct. Yes.
Did you see Obsession?
It's on my list. I've heard so many people talk about it.
It's a good one. And I think that you will really love to get into that, because there's a lot of lore surrounding of, like, they worked on such a small budget. Like, this is a really, like, breakout for people. They did extended runs in theaters because it was doing, like,
I love that.
It felt like it was all of a sudden on the scene as, like, the movie of the summer, and they were like, they spent like $850,000 on it or something. I
love those stories. I like the other thing, like, for example, the other movie I loved last year, K-pop Demon Hunters.
Didn't see that one.
Here's
You
the deal.
recommend it?
Everybody's like, oh, it's animated, it's for the kids. No. The music, amazing. The artistry, because the thing I love about animation also is like, it's a lot of work that goes into it, and like the technique, the color choices. Like, to me, it was up there with like Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse. Okay. With Miles Morales and things like that. Like, I love a great animated like moment. And I say that I do have a child, but my husband and I would watch things well before she was born.
Yeah.
Like,
I just saw Inside Out. That movie blew my mind.
First of all, you need to watch the next one too.
I saw both in the same day. Okay. In the same day.
Why did you do that to yourself? Because for me, the way I bawled my eyes out at both 1 and 2.
I wanted more. For
different reasons too. Like, Pixar is really great with like getting to the heart of things.
I know.
Yeah.
I need them to have I need to do an adult. They need an adult one. They need like, or a teenage. She's starting, like, I need more. Yes. I love that. And it, like, in my relationship now, it really like gave us a language to like communicate with each other, to be like, okay, like, fear is in control right now, or like anxiety is taking the wheel right now, and we could like talk to each other like, hey, this is a day where like sadness seems to be the pilot. And you know, and I'm sure that's so helpful for like children and their parents.
Absolutely.
Just humans
in
general,
because like, you know, being a proud millennial, we also didn't always have the language for it.
No, we didn't.
The fact that, like you said, media does like Inside Out does such a great job. No, I agree. But to K-pop Demon Hunter, it has a lot of heart to the story as well. Like, I think that's what I loved about it. I talk about this on the podcast all the time. I love when things aren't supposed to make any sense, but it works out so well. Like, Hamilton shouldn't work. What do you mean rapping founding fathers? Like, no. Am I completely obsessed? Absolutely.
It's the contradiction.
Yeah.
We like I feel like in style too. We like to see things of like a women in like a like menswear moment.
Yes.
Or, you know, they pair something really girly with like something that's very masculine. You know, like, it's like things that shouldn't work, we're drawn to.
I agree. And when it comes to K-pop Demon Hunters, I'm like,
okay, I'm gonna watch it. You convinced me.
So the reason why I'm saying it is because, like, what do you mean a K-pop group is fighting demons? Like, this is ridiculous. And like, why are the songs amazing? And again, it has a really good story about like facing your fears. Like, what's the overarching theme of self-acceptance? No, I love it. That's great. I'm going to see The Odyssey tonight. Have you seen it? No.
Okay.
I wanted to.
You will.
I wanted to so badly. And this past weekend, but I didn't get a chance to, but I will.
Yeah, you will.
Yes.
I'm excited. People have been like coming into the bar and talking about it.
Yes.
And like, it seems to like be another big hit. So I'm like,
you know, Christopher Nolan is that dude.
I know.
Like,
I know.
People always talk about like, oh, big budgets. And honestly, in Hollywood, you do get tired of seeing the same people like do that. But I feel like with his artistry, he's been able to just enter these different worlds, create these different worlds, and do such a great job with it. Definitely, I am seeing it in theaters, in IMAX.
That needs to happen, right? There was something that was like, if you don't watch it in IMAX, you miss like half the shot.
And then plus it has all my faves in there. Like, literally Anne Hathaway, Charlize. Like,
I know. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm getting even more excited. Okay, so every Tuesday, Thursday, you have episodes come out with your co-host Ashley. You've been doing it for 6 years. It's like incredible. How would you describe, if you could just like kind of like summarize what it feels like to be like doing independent podcasting in this day and age?
So as I mentioned, it is a marathon. But you know, it's so interesting because like, and you probably experience this, it's like, do you try to go viral or do you stay steady with like what your goals and your intentions are?
I know. Do you try to do the clickbaity thing? But when you know for a fact that like that's not actually the meat of the conversation, but hey, it might have someone click play.
Yeah. And so it's juggling that. And, you also want to know, you want to create something that people want to listen to.
Yeah.
So the thing about podcasting, and we talked about this also, it's like you really can do whatever you want to do because you have that power, the power, the time, and freedom. But it's like, what it is that you actually want to talk about, because we've done let's do the most popular show, let's do the most popular movie to get people to want to listen to us. But then it's like, hey, I want to do this obscure documentary. Yes. Because I found it
because you're interested in it.
Yeah, very interested in it. And Questlove's documentary Summer Soul came out several years ago, was like one of those documentary, like for us it still was in line, because we also like to support and uplift Black art, Black American art. And so Questlove doing anything that he does was kind of like easy, but like a lot of people didn't hear about it, but it was such a education of like the time and the music and what was driving the music, because it was like in the late 60s. And Ashley and I were just talking about like, can you imagine living at that time, like, and to have all these phenomenal acts in one place? You have like Stevie Wonder, Gladys Knight. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
Icons.
Yeah. And so we're like, let's do it. Let's do the random documentary. You know what I mean? And so one of the things that we haven't done much of, and we've done it here or there, but we haven't done reality as much.
Okay, but just because you guys are pure. You guys are pure artists, critics of art. Like, and not that reality TV maybe isn't art, but that's how I think.
We've done a season or 2 of Love is Blind.
Okay.
But we haven't gotten into Love Island, and apparently I apparently need to get into Love Island. I don't know.
Honestly, like, it feels like one of those things that is just so massive in pop culture while it's happening, like this summer, that like I met someone at the bar who he is mostly on Twitter, and he reviews like music mostly. And he's got like a big following, like he will like, make some money off of that. And he this year was like, I know I have to I never watched Love Island before. He was like, but I know that's what people are clicking on. That's what people want to engage with. So because I want to get my bag, I'm going to watch Love Island and talk about it. And that is kind of like what it's becoming. It's like this huge like just engine of like,
it's a juggernaut
commentating.
And it really does expose like the state of romance and dating,
and just like social norms, and just still how different types of people are portrayed. What story arc are they given? What production edit are they leaning toward? Do you know what I mean? It's like there's a lot to talk about, because
again, reality TV we used to think was real. And the fact that we're talking about how are the producers?
Yes. There was a short time when it was
storyline,
like The Real World when it first came on. Like that was probably Jersey Shore. That shit was not.
I'm going back and I'm thinking about The Hills or Laguna Beach.
That just like set a tone for a generation.
It did.
I wanted to hold my cell phone in the same way that they did with their Starbucks cup.
It
was wild. And it's like, is it then influencing all of us, or are we all influencing it? You know, it's a lot to talk about, but that's fun. Maybe you can dip your toe in.
Maybe
next summer.
Maybe.
And maybe there's also like the UK.
Yes, and I hear that's better actually.
It is. It is. I'm not too experienced with the UK. I started watching USA, so that's kind of like where I stay loyal. But I watched a little bit of like this current season, which is still going on, because in the UK they do 12 weeks instead of 6.
Wow.
Because they are serious.
Wow.
And just like the US, it is just so American, the version of Love Island that we have. It's like there's a big musical production to start it off, and everyone is like forced to make out with each other immediately. And like the UK is like chill. Like you're like, I want to get
Let
to
it grow.
know you before
Yeah.
I kiss you.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's good. It's fun. Okay, I want to shift gears a little bit though and talk about what you have to do to take care of yourself so that you are showing up as a podcaster, as a mom, as an employee, as a friend, you know, all of the things. Like, what are some
oh my goodness
routines and rituals that you do not like to stray from?
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for asking. And I laugh because, you know, there's always room for improvement.
Listen, always.
You know,
and it's so individual, right? It's like what makes
really
you feel good.
Yeah. So I think you talk about like what made me like a pop culture connoisseur. Yes. I have used it as a way to what they call escapism, as a way to disassociate.
Hell yeah. No, for sure. What do you mean? Everyone listening is like, yeah, me too.
Yeah. And
yeah, me too.
Especially, you know, in the world of binge watching things, you know, it's
just give me another one.
I know.
Another one.
Yep. So for me, how do I take care of myself? That's a great question. I found more about myself. So what do I mean by that? It's like, I'm not afraid to say like I am an outgoing introvert. So it's like I do need to replenish myself individually. Like first, I need the quiet time. And so meditation, affirmations are huge for me. Huge.
Do you use an app? Do you do them on your own? What's your practice?
It's so funny that you say that because I got so caught up when I started doing especially the affirmation practice of like, do I create my own? Do I take, but I my friend called it something. What's she called? Respectfully borrowed or something instead of saying stealing. Like if somebody has an affirmation I like.
And that resonates with you.
And that resonates with me, I will take it.
Yeah.
And so I like to write them down, compile them, and I like to record them in my own voice.
Oh, that is really powerful.
So when I hear it, I'm hearing myself talk to myself.
Yeah.
And I'm very adamant about getting into my subconscious. So like first thing in the morning and right before I go to bed.
Yep.
That's really important. Along with prayer. I do believe in a higher power. For
sure.
So prayer is just so embedded into me. So I don't think much about it, but it is a part of my routine.
Definitely.
And then also just speaking positive in life to myself.
Yeah.
I also enjoy, I love a bath. We talk about skincare. I'm obsessed with skincare.
Yes, all ways to take care of yourself.
And I love reading.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was going to ask you about reading because I was like, do you get into like books at all?
Absolutely. And that's the thing I love about pop culture. And again, the state of Hollywood.
Yeah.
They are leaning very heavily on original IP, right?
Yeah.
And with that, a lot of the beloved books that I've read in the last like 5 years are becoming movies
TV
and
shows.
TV shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Bridgerton being like number one of them.
Right.
More recently, we recapped this one, Off Campus. Super good.
Okay.
It was a really good adaptation.
Okay. I haven't watched Off Campus, but I've heard so many people talk about
the book is the series is better than the book.
Yeah. Oh, really? Yes. Which doesn't happen often.
Same with Bridgerton. I read all those Bridgerton books. That what's got me into like Regency romance. I love a good fiction.
Yeah.
But the show is actually better than the books.
Dude, I just started on audiobook just as a way to kind of escape, pass the time, right? Fill my mind with whatever. A Court of Thorn and Roses. Is that what it's called?
Agatar. Yes.
Okay, so we all know that it's just Twilight in a different form, right?
Correct.
We all know that. Okay.
Sure.
As long as
yes and no. How far along are you? You just started.
First book, chapter 30, 20, between 20 and 30. So I'm very early.
So first of all, I am an Agatar girly. So you are in for a ride.
I know, that's what I've heard.
And when you say Twilight, I would call it comparable to Twilight because is the writing the best writing of all time? Absolutely not.
No.
But am I excited to be in Prithian?
And do I want to know the story?
Yes.
Yeah. But I guess in where I am of like the setup, it's like, oh, this big, powerful man that could hurt her so much. And she's this like weak, meeble girl, but actually gorgeous. And you know what I mean? Like, it's like, we've seen this. Yes. But that's okay. I'm like willing to...
Yes. The second book is my favorite book of all time.
People have said that the first one is like, honestly, you just kind of have to set the stage.
It's world building.
Yes. Yeah. And like, I love shit like that. Like books
Me
like
too.
that. Like
Me
I
too.
love it. So I'm like, okay, I will listen to her say utter 25 times in one chapter and I will be okay with that.
I love it.
You know, she's like, I was utterly naked. She was utterly human. I'm like,
Again,
you got it.
Sometimes I've read a lot of books.
No, yeah. Me too.
And sometimes you wonder where the editor was, you know?
And then they're probably like, well, it doesn't matter. This is going to make us so much money because it's the story that they want.
And book 2 or book like 6 and 7's coming too. And so you're joining the bandwagon at a good time.
Okay, good.
So that you're not waiting for years for these books to come out.
That's good. And I decided to do the audiobook kind of version because I was
great.
like, then I can just
It's well done too.
Yeah, I can keep kind of, you know, doing whatever I need to do while still getting the world.
Good luck in the spring court.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. Yeah, reading is a big part of my self-care.
Yeah.
I feel very cared for when I'm allowing myself to kind of get lost in a story.
I like to also highlight this. So for me, I've always been very serious my entire life. You can ask my family. And so I was very serious about school. I was very serious about my reading. So to the point where I would only read like self-help or money, because I'm really big on financial literacy as well. Like, so whatever financial literacy book, I was just like, these are the only books I read.
Because they're going to give me something.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
I'm going to grow and be a better person after it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I didn't know anything about romance, but I didn't think highly of it because people just would rag on it. Mm-hmm. And I read my first romance book, shout out to Jasmine Guillory, The Wedding Date. Mm. And she was I heard her from a podcast do an interview. She was a lawyer and she wanted more representation of Black women in romance. And so she wrote Wedding Date. And so like, oh, yeah, let me read that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's been like, I love like Kennedy Ryan. Yes. I love Tia Williams. Yes. I love Tracy from Legendborn. Like it just opened up a whole new world. So I read literally everything from like westerns to fantasy to...
Fantasy's my favorite.
I love a good mafia moment.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I like that too.
Like
I really like that.
I've also read sci-fi books too. So yeah.
No, me too. I love to read.
Yeah, me
love
too.
to read. I'm not on like a Goodreads kind of situation or whatever.
I am.
Yes.
That's where
you want to track. And
that's where my, okay, this year I've read.
Yes. No, I get it.
When did I read this?
I get it. I totally get it. But yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Okay, Delora, at the end of every podcast, I ask our guests one question. Okay. Which is, what does being fit mean to you? Ooh. So I ask you that question now, however you may feel to answer it.
Yeah, it's a wonderful question. Being fit, I think of it in a holistic form of like mind, body, and soul, and having that alignment. And there's always opportunity to like get better, because I think that's the beauty of being human and being alive, right? To have another day to get better. So there's areas within my journey where I'm like, I want to do more of, ABC, XYZ. But I think overall, just looking at the whole picture of self, giving yourself grace, and just understanding that you are enough. Yeah,
that's like honestly what it really comes down to. Like if you can feel it in your bones that you're enough, how can you like not be fit in every single area? Because you know what you deserve. Like just there's no doubt or anxiety of just like, yes, I am enough. I'm here. I deserve to be here.
Absolutely. And then the other part I would add to it is, being fit is also loving oneself and knowing that love is an action. It's like, what are you doing for yourself today?
To love you.
To love you.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's wonderful. Where can people follow the podcast, follow you, get everything they need?
Yes. Okay. So for the podcast, reCapping with Delora and Ashley is available on all podcast platforms. Yep. We're also on YouTube. You can find us we're mainly on Instagram.
Yeah. Haven't gone to TikTok yet?
We have one. I haven't. That's what we're working on.
I am right there with you.
We're building.
I am right there with you. We need like a TikTok accountable like group to be
seriously,
like,
seriously. reCappin podcast. And you can find me at Delora.s. It's supposed to be Delora S. but I found someone stole my account one time, so I just put the dots in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find me there.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. This was so fun. I appreciate you. I love like getting to talk to other podcasters and like share our ups and downs and our trials and tribulations.
Honestly, we need a support group.
Yeah, we do. For sure. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate
you.
Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Chrissy Gurley and at What the Fit Podcast. Full video episodes will be available on Spotify and YouTube, so follow and subscribe. If you're loving What the Fit, please help spread the word. Send it to a friend, share it to your story, and if you're looking for even more exclusive content, become a Patreon member. You can find it at patreon.com/whatthefitpodcast.